We are, I can see that. Hello, welcome Major Coating. Hello, Major Coatings, and ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I believe, no. Sign into chat. I'm also trying to do the whole bloody YouTube thing live at the same time.
Hello, people who are...
We don't want that. We need to go over here. That's the live chat. Chat is disabled for this live stream. That's not right. Welcome to live. So feel free to ask questions, guys. I'm just still setting up. Hello, Major Coatings. You shared the live. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. It's getting things cranking. We will be, well, we are live now, but we'll be live-er, live-isher, shortly. So why is it that... So let's refresh the chat. I think I've signed in now. No, I haven't signed in. Let's sign in there. Am I on the wrong account? Signed in as Graham at my... Yeah, wrong account. Kimmy, follow. Thank you very much. Kimmy sent me a heart. Thank you very much. Aussie John, hello Graham. Hello John, how are you, mate? Last week I streamed on the wrong friggin' channel. I didn't stream the My Australia Lawyers channel on YouTube. I streamed on friggin'... So I need to... So that's logged in there. Sign is Graham, that's right, yes. LPHG, that's all good. So guys, feel free to ask questions. I'm still getting organised here. I was running late. I had a conference. So webcam, why is their webcam not turned on for the other one? 1080p, there we are, that should be on. But we don't have webcam on the other one. Webcam group, no idea. Game capture, webcam group, webcam. Logitech, no, that's this one. USB camera 2. Go away with that rubbish. Lil, hi Graham, how are you today? I'm really, really well, thanks Lil. Sorry I'm running behind, guys. Feel free to ask questions. I'll answer your questions as I'm going. I'm just, Oh, hang on, live. It says we're live now, so why is that not working? I'm just trying to get Streamlabs going on the other camera on that screen, but it's weird that... Have I signed into the wrong friggin' account? I don't think so. I'm a bit of a noob when it comes to... Oh, I want to log out. Are you sure I want to log out of Fix My Bad Credit? No, I want to be in the right account. Participants? No, no participants. I don't seem to have video on the other one. Something that looks like a football shared the live. Thank you very much. Beck, how are you going? Just sent you a lot of taps. Thanks, Beck. You're bloody amazing. Dindy. Hi, Graham. Hi, Dindy. Wolverines, are you ready for the trolls that will pop in? Oh, mate, I'm absolutely in the right frame of mind. Dave, what's the worst credit report you guys have fixed? That's really hard to say because for me, they're all the same. But I suppose the biggest default could perhaps be the worst, and that was a $640 million individual single default. And it was consumer. So that's pretty bloody bad. I'm trying to work out why. That's the frame for that webcam thing. I can't seem to get the webcam to start on the other channel. Lock, unlock. Again, is anyone any good at bloody... what's this called? Streamlabs desktop. It worked last week. It's not working now. So you guys on TikTok are obviously in a much better position because I have fucked around with TikTok Live Studio for a long time now and it just works. Lil says, have you had a busy day? I have been so busy. It's good though. Busy is good. But I can't for the life of me get why this isn't working. So if I click on that, USB camera 2, resolution, go default. No, that should be fine. Close. None of that's working. Dindy, probably because it's being used by another application. I can only use it in one application. I've got 2 separate cameras, and last week it worked perfectly fine. This action can be performed in you need to open this chat in a web browser. I already opened the chat. Chat is disabled for this. Why is chat disabled? So I need to probably log into YouTube. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let me just have a look here and see. So that says I'm not logged in, but I am signed in. So let me just sign into Graham. So why is it saying error then? Why is my TikTok, sorry, not my TikTok. Why is my Mel, hello, Mel, hello from the ocean. I'm bloody jealous. Dindy, probably because it's being used by another application. No. Dindy, is it detecting the camera? Yeah, it is. But it's not freaking working. It says, okay, so I can see I am actually live on YouTube, which is good, excepting that it says I'm not logged into Google, which is bullshit, because I am. But when I try to log into Google, it says signed in. So let me just try again. Sync is on, customize. Manage profiles. I've upset something. HubSpot sales is disabled. I don't care. I don't use HubSpot. I haven't used it for years. So, has anyone got any questions about credit repair while I'm fucking around with this thing? What's this? Don't forget to, so click close on that. Here's the chat. So the chat's now working. Still says there's an error, not signed in, but I am signed in. Signed in as, sync is on, yes. So why is it saying there's an error? So there's my chat. I can chat on the YouTube video. Yeah, Danny says there's an overlay for the game. I see that, mate. Close that. So I should click on that camera and it should hide, unhide. It shouldn't be in editor, should be in studio mode. No. Layout editor, no. Editor, editor. Overlays, I don't want any freaking overlays. Let me add another source and put the camera back in manually again. Where's camera? Video capture device. Try that. Add a source. Webcam. Add source. Editor. I don't want to be in studio mode. I want to be in just editor mode. Start a game. I don't want to play fucking games. Okay, coming back to the comments. Beck, can you use a home loan to buy land and a tiny house separately? If you're saying buy the tiny house to put on the land, potentially, but that would be complex. It would be like a home building contract. But you probably could. I haven't done mortgages personally for a long time, so it might be no longer available, but you should technically be able to. ASX Today, follow, thank you very much. Darwin 3D Printing. Hey, mate, went to a broker meeting yesterday as per your advice. They not too worried about the debt. Well done, mate. That's fantastic. Dindy, in OBS, is there a scene overlay option? Yes. Cancel. Wonder if I've accidentally... I'm just going to go under the desk and see if I actually accidentally unplugged that camera. Back in 2 secs. Okay, doesn't look like it's any different. 1080, come on, fuck yeah, just work. Okay, USB camera 2, Logitech. That won't work because it's currently being used for TikTok. USB camera 2. Come on, you can do... Ah, now we have a picture. It's a shitty picture. Oh, I can't show the grog. So I have to fix that. I'm not allowed to show grog, apparently. So close that. Now, make that big. Holy jeez, that's terrible. That's like really bad. Resolution 160 by 120. So let me just catch up with these comments. Darwin Printing, yep. Dindy OBS. Tim, you offer money back if default not removed. Spoke to Panthera today. They removed it for free. Confused? No, well done, mate. Absolutely. If you can get it done for free, fucking even better. You don't need money back guarantee. You can get it done for free. Dindy, yes, I have 2 loans. One for the land, one for the dwelling. Ah, very good. Yes. Beck, okay, thanks. No problem. Robbo, follow the rush. Nathan Gray, how much impact do missed repayments in comp, I'm not sure, in comp credit reporting, or comprehensive credit reporting, have on a home loan application? A lot, mate. A late repayment history can really stuff you up. Absolutely. Latina, hello, Latina. I'm good. I'm just going back under the desk because I must have plugged it into an old USB port because it's telling me that the maximum resolution I can have is 160 DPI. Won't be a sec. Nothing like being organised, hey, in advance. Yeah, fucking good on you. Okay, do that FERC. Close that. That currently still has. Cancel that. Remove that one. Add a new webcam source. Web capture device. Add source. 1080p. That's still shithouse. Why the fuck is it only showing? Cancel that. Go to bloody USB camera 2, custom. It's showing a maximum. Ah, there we go. Let's go 1080p. 1920 by 1080. Close. Now we shrink it back down again. Bloody set. Oh, look at that. Now we have 2 cameras. And one of them's only got my head showing up. Won't be sec, guys. This is actually working. So turn that bloody camera off. Phone off. Light off. Oh. And for those who know me, I'm losing weight. Okay, so now I get rid of that camera. Which camera is that one? Hide, unhide. That one is that one. Good. So now we close that. Now we get rid of this one. Delete that. Yes, delete. And now we're cruising. The fuck happened there? So we are now back, and that was just human error on my part. So thank you for sticking with me for a minute. Okay. Cauldron of Sweets. I just broke my first home. Ooh. Now I have a lot of debt. You mean you broke, as in you bought? I probably meant to say bought, I'd say. If you can break a house, mate, you're bigger and stronger than me. Put those up there. I don't need those while I'm chatting to you guys now. Have a lot of debt, LOL. Home was 380k though. Well, that's pretty cheap for a house these days. Well done. You're clearly not in fucking Brisbane or Sydney or Melbourne. Latina, big smiley faces. Nathan Gray, good to know there are remedies that can be explored. Or is this just a case of waiting 2 years? Hang on, Nathan, I have to go back and see what your thing was. How much? Mate, we can remove a lot of late repayment history. We just, in fact, got Citibank removed, and Citibank are a pain in the ass. Doesn't mean we're going to get every Citibank removed, but we got one removed. It was... Kimmy came in and she was giving me the bloody good news, and she's very proud. She really likes to win, that girl. So big shout out to Kimmy. So yeah, there are other avenues, mate, but it costs a lot of money. So it depends on when you want to buy. If you look at the lost opportunity cost of waiting 2 years to buy a house, historically properties have doubled in value every 7 to 12 years in Australia, depending where you're based. mainly Metro. So if you look at another 2 years, I actually have a calculator on the website of if you're waiting 700 odd days, how much the property could likely go up in that time. And probably 20-30% wouldn't be unusual. And at the moment, things seem to be going up much, much faster than that. They're getting way out of control. Robbo, I'm in Victoria. Who do you recommend to put personal loan and credit cards into a personal loan? I don't recommend that, mate. I'd strongly suggest you go and just talk to a local mortgage broker or a finance broker. They'll sort you out with a personal loan. Most mortgage brokers do finance as well, as in personal loans and stuff. But I don't have anyone I can actually recommend you at the moment. Latina, maybe the graphic settings, screen settings. Yeah, no, it was human error. I just unplugged the video, unplugged the USB and plugged it back in, and it's all working. Art Ventura, hey all, how you going, Art Ventura? 8K, shit, already at 8K, fantastic. You guys must like it when I'm hiding under the friggin' desk. I won't take that personally. 8K, tap to like the live, peeps. Thank you very much. Dindy, looks good now. Thanks, mate, really appreciate that. Cauldron of Sweets, brought? What did you brought? Cauldron of Sweets, we looked for months. Okay, got it. We looked for months and months in Gippsland, Melbourne. You got a house in Gippsland. Is it a house or a unit for 380? Fuck, a house is all right. Michael Horton, Kim got 3 defaults removed today for me. Well done, mate. Well done. She probably then, if it wasn't yours she was talking about, she's probably coming in to give me a more congratulations, do a little happy dance. She's fucking amazing, that girl. Plants with Purpose. I got a lot of... Actually, Michael, going back to yours. How about a 5-star Google review, mate? Please. Do nice. Thanks, mate. And say how really good Kim is, because we need more shout-outs for Kimmy. She's wonderful. Plants with Purpose. I got a lot of late payment debt, but got a car loan. My first ever loan at age 44. Congrats, mate. Well done. I imagine the interest rate was a little bit higher, though. That's what they'd normally penalise you with. And if they didn't, even better. Denny 27. When the best I can ask for refinance and any fee for refinance? Well, it's more of a mortgage broker question than a credit repair question. There will normally be fees to refinance. It depends whether you're talking about a mortgage or a car loan or whatever else. But the fees are often the payout of the previous loan. There can be exit fees. There can be entry fees in the new loan, those sort of things. Robbo, okay, cool. Thanks, mate. My pleasure. Angles. Do brokers make a killing? No, they don't. Oh, the really good ones that have really big teams and fantastic systems can make a fucking fortune. But as many of you know, I have only just recently stepped down as the state president for the Finance Brokers Association of Australia. And I was a broker from 1997 until I sold the brokerage many years later. And I did well because I understand business and I had a lot of mortgage brokers working for me. But a lot of brokers out there really struggle. They don't understand marketing. They don't understand how to service clients. So they find it difficult to find clients. And then they're only interested in cookie cutter stuff. Whereas what I did, I specialised in bad credit because I could get people bad credit home loan for about 1% above the traditional rates at the time. That's a long time ago. So we were Australia's largest exclusively non-conforming brokerage, and it meant we did really, really well. I only sold it when I got cancer. So, sorry, just after I got out of hospital from cancer. So, brokers can, if they're good, but like in any business, if you're good at what you do, you'll make good money. Beck, I have to wait 3 years as I'm locked into a 3-year rental. By the end of it, I'll be lucky to get a caravan. Well, Beck, if you know someone in the law, maybe they can have a look at the contract for you to find out whether or not you are locked in. Art Venture at 10K. Let's get to 20K to reach other peeps too. Knowledge is power. It is indeed. Thank you very much. So if you like, guys, feel free to share too down in wherever the share is. I used to say down there, but it's apparently somewhere else. Feel free to share. If you like this sort of content, follow for more and ask questions. That's why we're here. I want to answer your questions. Cauldron of Sweets, yes, 3 bedroom, 750 square metres. Fuck, that's a good price in Melbourne. That's really, really good. Danny, mortgage. Hang on. Danny, go back to your previous comment, Danny. Okay, yeah. The simplest thing to do, Danny, is just go and find a good mortgage broker. That's probably the easiest way to answer that question, because your circumstances are your circumstances, and the broker will take into account pretty much everything about you personally and your overall borrower profile, and they'll be able to answer all of those questions for you. Tiki Toki, I watched you and wrote to a creditor to remove 3 inquiries and no admission of basis. They accepted. Well done, mate. Hey, Tiki Toki, how about a 5-star Google review? That'd be fucking excellent if you could, mate. Really, really, really appreciate it. If you found this stuff valuable, clearly you did, that'd be great. Maybe I should write a book and get all of the things you guys do. Then I can publish the book. Be careful to do myself out of business completely. But I could publish the book, and then, because some people like to read shit too. And then I can give special shout outs to all of you guys who contribute. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Plans with purpose. Yes, interest isn't good, but paying it off early, no fees for finishing it early. Yeah, well, it's better to get better to get a car loan so you can get around at a slightly higher rate than not to be able to get around. It's really hard to have a job if you can't get to your job. Caught in the act. Serving as a president, did you get paid for that? No, it's a voluntary position, purely voluntary. And for 4 or 5 years before that, I was vice president for a few years, and before that was just a state councillor. So, Angles, Danny, best to call the bank for a lower interest rate. I don't think it was the bank. Hang on, Danny, mortgage. Oh yeah, you can call the bank, but if you do that, then the only option you've got is the bank. If you go to a broker, then they can find the best rate for your circumstances across all the banks and all of the lending institutions. So there might be advantages in that, Angles. Dr. Kalb. Do you say Kalb? Like Kalb? Hey, Graham, I went past and saw your office was up for rent the other week. What happened? Oh, it's not our office. No, it's downstairs. We're upstairs. So we're upstairs. Definitely not up for rent. Oh, it's gone fuzzy. Come on, focus. Downstairs is the where the pet shop used to be. They used to be right at the end of the building, but they bought the tenancy next to them, so they cleaned out and moved like one step this side. So downstairs is for rent. Cauldron Suites, yes, super proud. We're very lucky, and our broker is great. Well done. Tiki Tok, yes, I will. Thanks, really appreciate that. Tiki Tok, can you then PM me your real name so I can, when I have a look at it, I'll know it's you. I won't make any mention of that, obviously, because it'll be on your Google profile, probably as your real name, not your TikTok, but just so I know who it is. Adventure ebook, yeah, could do. But I've actually had a couple of books published on Amazon, and I find that's pretty good now. So you can actually sell it as an ebook, as a Kindle, as a physical print-on-demand book. So yeah, it could be good. Beck, I'm locked in. As I asked for 3 years, and now I regret it as I'm paying $940 a week. Holy fuck! There might be ways around that though, Beck. So if you're interested, have a look at it. Or who was it? Tenants Union or something. I haven't been a renter for a long time, unfortunately, so I'm a little bit out of touch. But there used to be like Tenants Union that would look at leases and stuff for you, because sometimes it might be cheaper to break the lease than to stick with something that's very expensive. Dave, how expensive are you guys roughly if I was needing inquiry removed only? Depends on who the inquiries are, like which creditor, the conditions around why the inquiries were listed, and why it is you want those inquiries removed, because often we talk people out of worrying about their inquiries because they just don't need them all removed. So the best thing to do, Dave, is to simply send your Equifax and or Ilion credit file to us. The email address is tiktok@mycralawyers.com.au, and it's in my profile, back in my profile. Send your Ilion and Equifax credit file. You can text that number there with all of your contact details and your email address so the whole thing matches up. And then what we'll do is we'll reach out, make an appointment with you. The appointment will cost $99. Rod will go through everything on your credit files for you to show what's good, what's bad, what you can remove yourself, what doesn't need to be removed at all, based on your personal circumstances and what you want to achieve and when you want to achieve it. And then he'll give you a full written quote so that you'll know exactly what it's going to cost if you decide to engage us. And then if you do engage us, and most people do during the Zoom session, then the $99 comes off the cost anyway, so it's basically a free appointment. Cauldron of Sweets, can you discuss why rentals are so much? Combination of inflation, interest rates going up. Too many landlords bought properties when the interest rates were low, so they haven't allowed for the interest rate increase, which means now the interest rate's gone up, they're panicking, and they need to increase the rent rates, so that they can afford to keep the house. On top of that, land rates have gone up. At least I'm talking about Queensland specifically. Land rates have gone up. Water rates have gone up. My house, I got the bill the other day for land tax, and my land tax is now nearly $5,000 just on its own. So that's $100 a week. $5,000 is $100 a week in additional cost. So it doesn't take much to raise the cost, and it's really not easy today. Not as easy today to be a landlord as it was. A lot of rental companies are putting their prices up, their percentages going up. So they're double dipping because they get more money just on a normal percentage because the amount of rent goes up. But then they want more percentage as well. Then they want to keep more money to find a tenant and to replace a tenant and do this and do that and everything else. So it becomes very expensive. Cauldron of Sweets, my sister is struggling to find one that's under $420. Yep. Airbnb's made things more difficult as well because people are taking their properties out of the general rental market and putting them into the Airbnb and short-term rental market where they make a lot more money. So yeah, it's a combination of things that are causing the rental crisis. The majority of the rental crisis, in my humble opinion, is the housing crisis generally. We do not have enough properties for the amount of people that want those properties, and that makes it really difficult. Anastasia Pap 232 followed. Thank you very much. Dave Lee, me again. Did you look into incoming? No, mate, I didn't. I completely forgot. So, did you send me a PM with all the information? Because I'm going to be on this live for another hour and a half. By the time I get out of here, the Savo, I can't even go straight home. I've got a shitload of stuff I've got to catch up on before I leave the office. So the chance of me actually remembering that if you don't PM me is fucking zero. But if you do, I really want to have a look. There's a lot of fair work legislation that's changed that's fucking horrendous, and it's going to cause a lot of problems to small business people. And that's one of the things I'm working on at the moment. Plans with purpose. The real estate told me landlord to remove me so they can up the rent. I'm not the only one. Yep. That real estate should be taken out and publicly flogged, but we're not allowed to do that. So don't do that. Peter, never borrow money from bikies. They won't default you. That's probably true, Peter. That would probably go like a thank you, Captain Obvious. You probably shouldn't borrow money from bikies or anybody that's likely to break your knees rather than give you a default notice. And thank you for mentioning it because it might be fucking obvious, but it might also be something that is needs stating. Over in YouTube, JRO, buying an apartment 10 years after bankruptcy should be fine because as long as your bankruptcy was you went from an undischarged to a discharged bankrupt after 3 years and 1 day, that's been off your credit file for 5 years, so you should be perfectly fine. But again, just you got to check your credit report to make sure you've dotted the I's and crossed the T's first. Cauldron of Receipts. Wow, life is so expensive now. Everything is so friggin' expensive. It just absolutely is. And I don't know what jobs you guys are in, obviously, because there's so many of you. But when I first started my first law firm, the thing I noticed was as soon as you say law firm, it's almost like the price is tripled because they think lawyers make so much fucking money. And some do, right? But then you've got anything to do with medical, the price just triples. And I'm actually hoping that the influx of AI can significantly reduce costs because we are expensive because it costs me so much fucking money to run law firms, right? Prior to creating the law firm, we weren't near as expensive way back in 2009 through to 2012. We were still expensive, but we weren't as expensive as we are now. I like to offer a premium product. But if we could find a way to massively reduce costs, then I would reduce my fees. Because then I like the concept of, I've gone and lost it now. What's it called? When you have, not higher turnover. It's like that. But when you exponential growth, your costs, your base costs stay the same, but because you have a higher number of clientele, your base cost is spread out. Again, it'll come to me in a minute. It's such a simple fucking obvious thing, and I can't think what it's called. But anyway, so like a lot of companies out there, their PI insurance, their professional indemnity insurance is through the roof. Now, unfortunately, in the legal industry, 20, 30 years ago, the Gold Coast White Shoe Brigade did a lot of damage to the legal industry professional indemnity insurance. So the amount we pay for professional indemnity insurance today is fucking horrendous. I have just recently found out, though, not as much as doctors pay, thank fuck. So I'm really hoping that with the rise of AI, when it becomes more stable, and fuck, it's only been around for like a fart in the whole big picture of where we're up to today, that'll help you guys a lot, because a lot of the stuff I teach on here, I've already started to build some AI, we won't call them bots because it's the wrong thing, but some large language models to interpret a credit file. It can now point out what's bad on your credit file, what's good on your credit file, and give you an opinion and summary on what you should do. It's only for internal use now, but don't even ask. But I've tried to teach an AI how to read all the legislation, but there is so much. There's over 8,000 pages. And it seems to lose its memory. It can't remember what's the word I'm looking for? It can't interpret the legislation properly. So it can't do that yet. But who knows, in 12 months' time, maybe we've got a lot more retained memory in the AI channels that we have. And it might be able to do this job completely. And I'll just go and do something else. If I'm not needed, I'll just go and do something else. Beck, showing that I can pay high rent will that help me getting a home loan? Not necessarily. In the old days it would, yes. It would be showing material benefit. But I don't know of any lenders that do that anymore. They used to when I was a broker all those years ago. But I don't know if they're allowed to anymore because of these stupid fucking responsible lending laws that makes things harder rather than easier. Adventurer. Most Airbnb not even legal though, right? Don't know. I've never looked into it, Adventurer. Don't know. We're at 16,000 likes. Thank you very much, everyone. Tappy, tappy, tap, tap on screen. Really appreciate it. Do the whole sharey thing and please click follow. Matthew Donaldson, follow. Thank you very much. Beck, what's the combined credit score you need for two people to get a home loan? Well, it's not a combined credit score. It's an individual credit score. Each of you would probably need to have 650 or better on an Equifax to be considered for your home loan. Latina, it will end up in pew-pews? Don't know what it means. Pew-pews. Hello? Is it go home time already? It's go home time. Hey, mate. Thank you very much. Appreciate everything you did today. See you in the AM, yes. And then we'll bugger off down to the other place and have a look at the other things. Yeah. Down at Whoop Whoop. Okay. Thanks, mate. Have a good night. Not that far.
Well,
no.
You can see it from there.
You can see it, yeah. Thanks, mate. See you tomorrow. Good night. Rapier 2389. All credit card contracts and home loans will be in breach of App 5 in Privacy Act 6J. Really? APP 5, Privacy Act 6J? Okay, well that's challenging my... let me just have a look over here. Privacy Act 1988. Am I going down a rabbit hole here? Probably. Actually, PDF. I've downloaded this so many times in the last week alone. There we are. Superseded version. Show latest version. Okay, open this right up so I can see it. Control F. 6J, I don't know what 6J is. Securitization arrangements. I bit, didn't I? Okay. So, Rapier, if you want to tell me why it's going to be in breach, feel free. But I think you might be sovereign citizen style thought process. No disrespect if you're not. No disrespect if you are. But I don't think it makes any logical sense in the real world. Latina with bikies. Pew pew. Ah, yeah. Good point. Rappy shared, thank you very much. Plants with purpose. Lucky you said no, not to, because I would, LOL. I need better memory retention to remember, I really say. Okay. Yep. Gotcha. Don't. Venture, a random real estate agent came to my house on a Sunday morning to ask who the owner was so he can sell it. Cool. That's pretty normal, actually, in the real estate industry. Rapier, as the contract, there was no full disclosure of the securitisation on the application. It doesn't have to be on the application, mate. It has to be on the mortgage. So, yep, on the mortgage. A and J forever. I paid my car loan off early, and apparently it has hurt my credit rating. Shouldn't have. Are you in Australia, A and J? It shouldn't have. Yeah, so tell me more. Rapier, and breach of section 21, 18 and 25 of the ACL Act. There's no ACL Act. Australian Credit Licence is part of the National Consumer Credit Protection Act, if that's what you're talking about. But ACL could be something else. Cauldron Sweets, I'm a teacher and I have a bakery business on the side. I wish I got paid more as a teacher. Yep. Plans with purpose. I got a good landlord who understands cost of living. $285 a week for 4 years, $320 for the last 12 months. Holy shit, that's cheap. Cauldron of Sweets. My brother is a roof tiler and he started a business and he makes an absolute bank. Yep. Adventurer thingies. Miss Money. Afternoon, Graham. Hope all is well. Yes, it is. Hope it is with you as well. Cauldron of Sweets. Plans with purpose. Wow, that's so lucky. My rental before was horrible. I had to call Consumer Affairs about it. Bloody hell. Adventurer. Love AI. Maybe not so much as Tesla bots. No, I reckon they're pretty cool, actually. Plans with purpose. Cauldron of Sweets. Sorry to hear about that. It's absolutely brutal at the moment. It absolutely is. Wolverines Roadkill Adventure. I wait until they become an adult toy. They already have Wolverines. Yes, they already have. Andrew Stevens. It can be seen as a replacement for genuine savings when you are using non-genuine. Really, Andrew? I thought that was all gone. And what we're talking about there is the evidence of rental income, paying rental. Andrew, actually, someone asked me that last week and I said I didn't think so. But that's fantastic to know. Thank you. Andrew, actually, if you want to, can you PM me? Oh, hang on, I'll try and take a screenshot as well. Can you PM me to remind me? And I'll try and do a video on that and perhaps I can have a chat to you further and make all this better. Hang on, lost my little doohickey. Here we go. So change that back to there. Okay, adult toys. Here we go, Andrew. Yeah, so PM me, mate. A&J Forever. I paid my car loan off early and apparently it hurt my credit rating. No, we did that before. It shouldn't have, but if it has, are you sure it was that and not an application you made afterwards? Because I would have said that was normal, what you're talking about now. I would have said that was normal up until 6 months ago. But then we started to get evidence that paying off your credit card and closing it, paying off your loan and closing it, actually increases your score slightly. If that's not the case with a car loan, I really want to know. Cauldron Sweets, Plants with Purpose. Well, at least it's over with now. Forever grateful I have my house now. Congrats. Aaron, if one partner has an excellent credit score, but one has an average score, should you apply under person one? Well, normally you have to apply under both, and Andrew can jump in here as well. Normally you have to apply under both because they need both incomes to service the loan. So what you should probably do is get me to fix the second person so you can apply under both with good credit. Beck Kelly, thanks for the advice. My pleasure. A&J Forever. Yeah, Queensland Cairns. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Beck, I've had a few bad rentals as well. It sucks, yeah. Wolverines. Yeah, that's been a thing for a bit. Sorry, Adventure says Wolverines. That's been a thing for a bit. Lisha, what happens if you were in an accident but there was no damage, no damage, they then went and got the car fixed and apparently I owe them money, but I thought there was a process for quotes. Well, they're supposed to be, absolutely. So they might be just having a go at you. So you might have to just get some evidence. They can ask you for it, but unless there's been reported to the insurance company and something like that, then they might just be trying to have a go. They might have already had existing damage on the car, like, scratches and dents and stuff like that, and they're just trying to say that you owe them for it. Yep, you've got processes you can follow there. Aaron, follow, thank you very much. Steph, can you tell me more about the second 9? I've got one for my driving offence. Second 9 what? Where are you calling from, Steph, or calling from? Where are you? I don't know what you're talking about, so tell me more. Alicia, their insurance company is coming for... Oh, okay, their insurance company is coming for you. Well, then, did you have insurance, Alicia? Just send it to your insurance company. Secondly, if there was no damage, you'd have to find out from them what the damage was. Plans with purpose, follow, thank you very much. Steph, I believe it was a section. You mean a Part 9 debt agreement, perhaps? But that doesn't sound like what you're talking about. At a second 9, I got one for... No, you're talking about driving offence. Tell me more about second 9. I got one for driving offence. Section 9. Again, you mean Part 9 again? You're saying Part 9, like a Part 9 debt agreement to do bankruptcy? Section 9A. Section 9A of what, Steph? Leisha, yes, it was from 3 years ago, and I'm only being contacted now. Well, they've got to produce evidence, Leisha. Plans with purpose. Yeah, you have good advice and talk to people like real people. Definitely will come to watch another live. Thanks, Plans with Purpose. And please, again, follow. I do a live tomorrow night, which is from same time, 4:30 Queensland time. And that's for my other law firm. Oh, shit, I'm bleeding. That's for my other law firm, Armstrong, Dossall, Stevenson Lawyers, where we talk about family law, criminal law, driving offences, what else do we talk about? Wills and estates, all sorts of stuff. There you go. Don't scratch your friggin' nose while you're on live fucking TikTok, eh? Okay. Are we? So Tuesdays, 4:30. Forgot I was up to. Tuesdays, 4:30 p.m. for My Australia Lawyers. Wednesdays, 4:30 p.m. for Armstrong, Dossall, Stevenson Lawyers, and Thursdays, 3:30 p.m. Queensland time for My Australia Lawyers again. Steph, sorry, it's filtering me. I don't know why it filters, but yeah, please just try and put the comment in. I'll answer it. Dave, follow, thank you very much. Steph, I got a Section 9A for driving offence. I still don't know what Section 9A, where you're from. I'm not personally good on driving stuff, so I need more information. JJ, hey Graham, I had a default for $200 in 2021. Does this affect me pretty bad? Well, it depends. If it's like a credit card or a licensed creditor style default, then it can stop you getting a home loan, whether it's paid or unpaid. However, if it's a telco or an energy style default and it's paid, it may not stop you getting a home loan. So it really depends on what it is and what you want to do. Mel, did you ever find out about the credit check? I can't remember what you're talking about, Mel. Remind me and I will tell you. I forget. Just tell me what it is the hell I was talking about. Megs56, what did I stumble onto here? Is this finance advice? No, I'm desperate for debt help. Well, it's debt help, yes. Part 9 debt agreements are bad, in my humble opinion, for most people. So we talk about fixing your credit rating so you can get a normal loan rather than having to get a high interest loan. We talk about fixing your credit rating, removing defaults, inquiries, judgments, and late repayment histories and stuff like that. Megs, so ask questions. TyNick7, follow, thank you very much. Puglover091, if you make an extension on utility bill or pay before the new date, does it affect your score? Generally, no. Steph, New South Wales, drive while suspended. Okay, so I now know what it is you're talking about. Tell me ask your question now about that specifically. Megs, one default, cute, I wish. What are you talking about, Megs? It might have been filtered. So whatever you're talking about, Megs, I haven't even seen it. JJ, thank you, boss. My pleasure. Kids and dogs. My wife got a fine for driving unregistered car. We objected and we're let off. Well done. Megs, I'll never be able to get a loan. No, that's not true, Megs. Your circumstances might be shit now, but you can always change them. Mel, my daughter. Oh, yeah, you got it. Daughter's bank account had a credit check and it's only a kid's account. Yeah, no, I haven't been able to find out why. You might have to send me some paperwork on that, Mel, and I'll have a look for you because It makes no logical sense at all. But I'm happy to look into it because I'm curious personally. And help out a colleague. Megs, I'm 38 and already had and done a Part 9. And now have a console debt company paying my debts. What is you're talking about consolidation company? That's not a consolidation. That's another Part 9, perhaps. Perhaps. Pug Lover, thanks for your answer. My pleasure. Rapier, I got a score of 78. I got a score 78 to 800 in little than 2 weeks. Really? Or are you telling Porky Pies, Rapier? How did you do that? Love to know. Megs, yes. So Part 9 debt agreement again. Mel, will do. I'll flick it through tonight. My pleasure. And you still haven't... Have you sent me the other thing yet? Don't know. Wendy J. Hi, Graham. Back in the Alinta Saga Part 3. Yeah. Alinta. Your best friend in the Northern Territory. Something with no name. If I click on that, will I see your other name so I know who you are? Arch62. How much does an ATAR score mean? And about uni, I don't know what to do. Neither do I, mate. Probably ask your teachers or your lecturers or something. I've got no idea. Steph, my lawyer had told me Section 9 is good behaviour 6 months. Can I not incur a parking ticket? Don't know, sorry. I don't know much about New South Wales traffic law. I'm on here talking about credit repair. But what I can do is, I didn't take a screenshot before because it got away from me. I will take a shot of that though. And I'll try and ask John tomorrow, and he might know. Where are we here? Beck, left a 5-star review on Google. Beck, you're fucking amazing. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Megs, 56. Oh, hang on. We've got some nice things. Beck sent me a TikTok thing. ASX sent me a Heart Me, and Darwin 3D Printing sent me a Heart Me as well. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate that. Beckliff, Megstar. It's not a Part 9. I made sure I just pay them and they pay small amounts to all my debts. That does sound like a Part 9. Sounds like they might have lied to you. Or unless it's someone like my budget who don't always do Part 9s, but they actually just pay your creditors for you. But the best way to check that, Megs, is have a look at your credit file, your Equifax and Ilion credit files, and see whether or not your credit rating is completely screwed with a Part 9 debt agreement. That'll tell you. Hopefully it's not. Kids and Dogs, the FBAA forwarded my complaint letter to my aggregator without my consent, who then fired me. That doesn't sound normal. You sure it's FBAA? Well, you would know. Complained about what? What was your Kids and Dogs? What was your complaint about? And they can't just arbitrarily fire you. There are rules. So what was the complaint about, Kids and Dogs? Rapier 2389, ACL Privacy Act. ACL is very different to the Privacy Act. So, or you're not talking about Australian stuff. Are you a foreigner, Rapier? Yeah. So again, whatever you're talking about, whatever you're calling ACL. See, because of what I do, I think of ACL as an Australian credit license, which has got nothing to do with the Privacy Act. That's the National Consumer Credit Protection Act, generally. So yeah, definitely flick it through, mate. Send me a link in private message to whatever it is you're talking about. Have a look. Wendy J. Alinta said to remove inquiry. The Energy Ombudsman said they won't help either. And Alinta said no to remove inquiry. The other thing, I think we spoke about this last time, Wendy, is why are you spending so much time and energy trying to get an inquiry removed from Alinta? Because it wouldn't be affecting you that badly. And if you're spending all of this time, what do the lawyers say? You've got a legal hobby chasing it. Why are you doing it? Because there's probably a lot of other things that are more important than the Alinta inquiry. But I can't remember enough details about what we've spoken about in the past. AARWHM. ARWM. Best advice, if you've got a personal loan from a bank, 2016, have not paid one payment ever. I'm looking for your advice. ARWM. No. So best advice. So you're basically saying you have a personal loan from a bank, 2016, you've not paid one payment ever. Probably leave the country and don't come back, because if you're not paid a payment ever, it sounds like you're excited to say that you are, I don't know, borrowing money through false pretenses, which is a fraudulent activity in my humblest of opinions. My advice is, stop it. Pay your fucking bills, because it's people who do that cause problems for everybody else. It's probably not the advice you wanted, was it? Wendy, I've asked for a copy of where I can send it to the credit inquiry, and they won't provide it. Well, file a complaint with AFCA. You make sure you dot your I's, cross your T's, show everything you've asked for that they've refused, because they're now in breach of the Privacy Act. So get all that together and then file a complaint with AFCA. It may not do any good because it's AFCA, but you never know. You might get somebody at AFCA that's going to actually do their job. Someone with no name again, Arch62 says, what's this advice about? I'm confused. I answer questions, mate. So ask me questions and I'll give you an answer. Generally, mostly about credit repair in Australia. Meg's follow, thank you very much. Steph says, thank you, my pleasure. Rapier, dispute all listings and used application 5. When you go and put, or APP5, when you go and put random stuff on here, mate, I lose context. So feel free to actually expand out what you're saying so I know what the hell you're talking about. Tiff Norman, hello. Tiff, this is not advice. Graham talks about removing defaults from credit files. Thanks, Tiff. Defaults, inquiries, judgments, late repayment history. Megs, it is my budget, I think. Okay, yep. Well, they do make payments on your behalf. They also do Part 9, so just go and check your credit file. Beck, if you use my budget, can that affect your credit score? Not if it's just a payment plan, and not if they're doing the right thing. However, if they delay making the payments, then you wear the responsibility, which you'd probably then sue them, but you still have the responsibility. Kids and dogs, can I sue Peter? Why would you sue Peter? Peter is just the president. Why would you sue Peter? Do you think that would help anything? Again, kids and dogs, you need to tell me what the complaint was about. Rapier, I used Ilion, Experian and Equifax, all different reports. Yes. Australian consumer law. Yep, again, random one-line comments that don't flow. But thank you for adding such flavour and diversity to the chat. Meg, I was using Before Pay, My Pay Now, and Wage Tap every fortnight for a year. Got trapped in a cycle. Yeah, that would be bad. Get clam slammed. Can you lend me 30K? Thanks. Only if you lend me 50K first, interest-free, with a self-liquidating loan, then yes, I'll definitely give you 30. Wendy, refinancing home loan. Yeah, but Wendy, if you're refinancing your home loan, you shouldn't need to have an Alinta inquiry removed. If it was a default, I could understand, but not an inquiry. It shouldn't be negatively affecting you that much. Nepali-Aiden? I got hit by a car. Driver gave his details, but we don't know his insurance, and I don't have insurance. Okay, it makes it tough. I'm presuming you reported to the police. Moderator, pinned a comment. Yeah, but I don't see him, moderator, because I'm right at the top. You're right at the bottom. So, if you want to, you can text me, though. Let me just... okay. I've just found out that somebody is postponing an appointment, a regular appointment. And I need to learn to accept that some people just don't want to maintain their appointments. Anyway, Meg, I was in $18,000 debt with repayments of $700 a week, was wrongly medicated and do not remember. Okay, yep. You might have a cause of action there too if you're wrongly medicated, and anything you entered when you are under the influence might be something you can discuss with your local lawyer. Rapier, unconscionable contract. Again with the what? Mate, feel free to type an actual sentence into the comments. That would probably be good. Wendy, thanks, Graham. My pleasure. Nepalian or something. You did that one. Yep. Tiff. Nepalian, have you made a police report? Same thing I said. Insurance. Nepalian. Yes, but the police said we need to find our own way. Oh, for fuck's sake. Go and report it to somebody else, then that's ridiculous. Mel, or go to a lawyer and get them working for you. Mel shared, thank you very much. Tiff, what state? Nepal got hit by a car. Nepal Aiden, I know I'm behind with the comments, mate, but guys, you don't have to put the same comment in 400 freaking times. It's only been in 3 or 4 times, but yeah. Kids and dogs, he forwarded my complaint without consent about banks stealing my broking clients. Well, he didn't forward it, mate. It's not his job to forward it. He's the president. So, and I think if you read the terms and conditions, they are a mediation service between entities. So if you make a complaint to, and this is me talking out of school here because I don't have anything to do with them anymore, but I think you'll find that all the rules of their conduct, how they do things, are very clear before you send something. But hey, I'm happy to reach out to Pete. If you want to PM me, I'll reach out to Pete and let them know you're not happy, just because Pete's a friend. But banks stealing broker clients is pretty normal. You know, it's been happening for, well, forever. They have what's called retention teams. So you try and refinance somebody, they'll delay just so they can get their retention teams to call your clients and try and get you try and get the client to not refinance. It's pretty normal, unfortunately. Omar, almost paid the creditors and they've agreed to remove the judgment. What are the steps to take after? After what? Which part? After they remove the judgment? Well, first you've got to get the judgment removed. So, yeah. Napoleon Darwin, Northern Territory, yep. In Australia, respect, country, follow, thank you very much, Rapier. It's hard to type because it limits my reply. Basically disputed a listing using Australian PRK. I'm not sure what PRK is, but cool, well done. Mel, shared the live, thank you very much. Hope Westbury, does an overdue student loan debt from New Zealand affect you in Aussie? Only if someone wants to get a copy of your New Zealand finances, I suppose. Rapier, principles, hang on. Australian privacy principles. Yep, okay, good. Disputed listing using Australian privacy principles, that's good, yep. Thank you very much for telling me. Omar, what are the chances of a court removing the judgment? Well, it depends on what reason you've got to remove it. So, depends on which jurisdiction the judgment's in, like which level of court, and what reason is given. Do you have to go for a hearing, or do you want it done on the papers, so you just fill in a form and hope it gets done? There's a whole lot involved in removing a judgment. It can be really easy, and it can be enormously difficult. It all depends on your circumstances, so I can't give an answer on that, mate, I'm sorry, without knowing what's going on. Hope Westbury, does an overdue, did that one. Nick, follow, thank you very much. Megs56, oh really? Will that get my doctor in trouble though? Hang on, your doctor. Megs56, what were we talking about before? Oh, wrongly medicated, probably. Yeah, if we're talking about being wrongly medicated, well, yeah, the doctor has an obligation. Possibly. Tiff, but see, not all wrongly medicated is due to doctors. Sometimes it could be self-medicated. But anyway, Tiff says, Napoleon, not having insurance yourself makes it tough because that's who chases the other person. That's exactly right, Rapier. And then got the reports from all three and then disputed the listings on them to provide consent for the listing, and that the privacy statements from the creditors breach section 18 and 21 of sections 18 and 21 of, I'll have to see what you're going to say there. Napolitade Aiden says, Tiff, anything I can do, or how can I hire lawyers? I'm a student, I can afford. You probably can't, mate. You're probably going to need good lawyers to get this all sorted, and it's going to cost money. You could probably see if there's some pro bono lawyers around, or depending, there's some specialist law firms, or not law, what do you call it, like women's legal centres and things like that for women, if you're a woman. Jason McCormick, hello Jason. Evening Graham, I meant to call the office today, however time slipped away. We'll do tomorrow. No worries, mate. Yes, I know what it's like to have time slip away. Rapier, going back to 18 and 21 Consumer Law and APP 5 6J Privacy Act, duties of credit reporting bodies and rights as a consumer. I don't know what Section 18 and 21 of the Australian Consumer Law is. I'd have to look it up. But well done, mate. You've done a great job, obviously. Josh, g'day, Josh. I asked Corey if you'd been in contact with him, and he said no. What's the biggest mistake people make when trying to fix their credit on their own? Just not knowing what to do, listening to creditors, going off on weird tangents. The simplest thing is to do is just watch my videos, and it pretty much tells you everything. There's a lot of people that say they get their defaults removed, using defaults as an example, by just asking, and that's great. Some cry hardship, and that's great too. We use pretty much everything we have at our disposal, so we ask a lot of questions about what actually happened to you. So we'll know if there's any hardship. We will ask the creditor to remove it, but we'll give them a reason why they should remove it. And then what we do is we go through and ask for every single document around the creation of the credit that you have. We'll ask for a copy of all telephone calls, all communications back and forth, even a copy of their internal file notes they really hate giving. And they're not even allowed to redact them unless it's for a very specific reason in the Privacy Act. So that's embarrassing for them sometimes because they say things in the notes they're not supposed to say. Yes. So the biggest mistake is people just not knowing. Or they go to a dodgy credit repairer because they're cheap. And that can actually do more damage than good, because if you go to Billy Blogg's dodgy credit repair and you pay the money and they go to the creditor, because the creditor has given the documents once now, they don't have to give them out again. So a dodgy creditor can fuck our chances of getting your credit repaired, or at least make it a lot harder. So we won't always take you on if you go to a dodgy fucker first and then come to us to try and get it fixed, because we may not be able to get it fixed. And I really like my success rate. So, or we might not be able to fix it for you as a fixed fee matter like we normally do. It might be on an hourly rate because you fucked it up even worse. You know, you tried to be a penny pinching motherfucker, and which I understand because we're expensive, right? But I'm not going to be responsible for your... God, this sounds bad now. I should shut the fuck up while I'm ahead. Anyway, that's how it works. Josh, Tiff, good. Google Legal Aid. Legal Aid won't do it. Legal Aid is only for very specific matters, but you can try, but it's unlikely because it's very specific matters. In your area and see what they may be able to do to help you. Yep. Just in your mum. Good credit score of 900. Good. Yeah, it's good. No matter which credit reporting body you're with, that's good. Meg, thank you for your answer. Was so lovely to see a live that actually answers everyone. Thank you. It does take some time though, Megs. And some people get weird about it. Anyway, I'll get there eventually. Tiff, there is no need to repeat your question statement, Graham. We'll get to it eventually. I will indeed, Tiff. Thank you very much. Napoleaden, and I know I'm saying that wrong, Napoleaden. Thank you, my pleasure. Tiff says you're welcome. Jason McCormick shared. User 3000696261. Can I be held liable financially for a hire car or truck company when I was only the driver working? Depends on the agreement. Just read the agreement. I wouldn't think so, but working for an employer, depends who hired it. If you hired it for the employer, then you're probably liable. Again, not legal advice. See, not one of the lawyers, not legal advice. My thought is you're possibly liable, but then you'd have an action against your employer potentially. Rapier, whatever. Section 18, person must not be misleading or deceptive. Okay, yep. I know that legislation. And Section 29 is unconscionable conduct in goods or service. Yep. Well, that's really good Australian consumer law to jump on, because that works, and you probably know this, that works well with the Privacy Act, because the Privacy Act says that your credit report must not be misleading. What's it say? Must be accurate, up to date, not misleading. So by tying those two together, you've got some really powerful legislation working on your side. Thanks for your answers. Oh, sorry, Josh says, hi, thanks for your answers, Graham. Good to know. I'll be reaching out to Corey this week. Yeah, good on you, mate. I did mention him last weekend when he had me over working at his house like a slave. User 3000, apparently they didn't receive payment from the company. Well, that wouldn't be you personally then. Again, unless it was in your name, unless the contract was in your name. User 5608, hi Graham, can a collector make a hard search in a credit file for a 14-year-old debt? Unlikely. They can search your credit report potentially. They wouldn't do it as a hard inquiry, to be as a soft touch and other access on the back, so it shouldn't hurt your credit score. But even 14-year-old debt, if the debt hasn't been paid in 14 years, you haven't made a payment or admitted the debt in writing in 14 years, and there's no court judgment, it would be strongly suggestive of probably barred by the statute of limitations. But again, without knowing more information, that's only a guess. CJ, hey, is it possible for a church to have 2 active ABNs at one time? Absolutely, because you can have multiple ABNs for different businesses. Your company can have multiple ABNs for different businesses. It wouldn't be as common, but it's possible. User 3000 plus, thanks for your advice. My pleasure, mate. Not advice, information, so you get you thinking. Then you come and spend money with my law firm and we fix your things for you. And then I get rich. That'd be fucking nice, wouldn't it? Not going to happen, be nice. Rapier, yes, and the fact that all 3 were different shows it wasn't up to date. No, not at all, mate. You're barking up the wrong tree there. All 3 being different is completely irrelevant to what you're talking about now, because each one of them is a separate individual business. Each one of them has their own individual subscriber base. Each one of them has their own individual algorithm. And Equifax has 0 to 1200 range. Ilion and Experian have 0 to 1000 range. So even if all the information was exactly the same, the score would be different. So that's not relevant, but all the other stuff you're talking about is. User 5608, it affected my score massively, them doing a hard search. I don't think so. I'd like to see it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm wrong on a regular basis. But I don't see how. Oh, hang on. Who was the debt collector? Should have asked that question. Who was the debt collector? And has it shown up as a credit inquiry? User 5608. User 929367. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, am I boring today? I've only got 32 followers, 32 viewers, and only 22,000 likes. Have I lost my mojo? That's really unusual, actually. I wonder if I've been shadow banned for something. I didn't say the CUNT word today, so... okay. Zach, can a customer lodge a complaint through my insurance without my permission? Well, a claim through your insurance without... Well, that's a really weird question, Zach. Can a customer lodge a claim through my insurance without my permission? A claim for what? What sort of insurance? Are we talking about PI insurance? What are we talking about? They don't need your permission to sue you, and then the insurance company would normally cover it if it's like PI insurance or something, but I need more information, Zach. User 56, Credit Corp. Yeah, well, Credit Corp doing an inquiry in your credit file wouldn't be good, but it wouldn't be dropped massively. What are you saying is massively? You're saying 25 points is massive or 500 points? What do you mean? Rapier, yes, but the Privacy Act states that the credit reporting body share the information with each other. It's still irrelevant, mate. So just because it says they share the information, it says they can share the information, and if they share the information, they've got to do it in a particular way. So I know what you're saying, but that one thing, you've done really, really well, but that one thing you're barking up the wrong tree. That won't help you. Language I can't understand says how to cash out equity from property. Any idea, mate? Yeah, go and refinance your house. Go to a mortgage broker and refinance your house. That's the way you do it. Capri, probably dinner time. No, because I'm in Queensland, remember? My chooks don't get faded and my curtains crow at the right time of the morning because it's still the same time. It's only 5:40 p.m, Capri. For all you fucking southerners on daylight savings time, probably be good if the whole fucking country worked together, wouldn't it? OMO 10101, does it cost money to go bankrupt? You should probably go and have a look at afsa.gov.au and you can read up all about it and probably go bankrupt by yourself for free. Rapier. So all the debt collectors were not the original debt creditor. So also, the debt collectors were not the original creditor, so they can't list on the credit report. That's bullshit. Rapier, again, you're barking up the wrong tree there. They absolutely can list on your credit report once they buy the debt. Absolutely, 100%. It's written into contract law. It's written into the original agreement you have with the creditor. So that, again, barking up the wrong tree. Marty shared the live. Thank you very much. Marty shared the live 3 times. Thank you very much, Marty. Really appreciate that. User 5608, Credit Corp dropped my Ilion score by 92 points. Yeah, not at all surprised. And they probably, that's not as massive as I thought. That's a lot. So, mate, you can get that removed because they can't do if it's Credit Corp looking at your credit file for an old debt, then they can't do that. Not like that. If it's Credit Corp looking at your credit file because you've applied for a Wallet Wizard loan, they're allowed to do that. Zach, follow, thank you very much. And of course, you need Credit Corp removed to qualify for a lot of finance because just having it on there as an inquiry and possibly an open account will fuck you up. We can fix that for you, by the way. And then I'll make some money. Zach, follow, thank you very much. Omo101, thanks, mate, my pleasure. Stay strapped or get slapped. I like that. Hi, watch your content. It's very helpful. Hi, I watch your content and it's very helpful. But I'm in a sticky situation. I have an ATO debt of about $1 million, but I don't understand how I haven't done anything wrong. Someone's done under my name and I haven't done anything, so I'm not sure how to fix it. I'll stay strapped or get slapped. You should probably call me tomorrow or, hang on, let me get rid of this one. That number I've just got on the screen there now, stay strapped or get slapped, that one there. Send me a text with saying that your username is stay strapped or get slapped, right? Give me your real name. Give me your email address, where you're from, just in case you're from WA, and I don't call you at 8 o'clock, which is 6 o'clock your time. Then what I can do is I know a little bit about tax law personally because I'm a business person. And I know a little bit about identity theft. I know a little bit about identity fraud. So I should be able to get an idea of what's going on. It'll cost you some coin to get it fixed, but if we can evidence that it's not your debt and some bastard's done the wrong thing, then you should be able to get it all sorted out. But it's a really shitty situation to be in, and unfortunately, you're going to have to fucking defend yourself now and get it all fixed, mate. User on a 14-year-old debt. Again, that's what I said before, user. If it's Credit Corp checking about a 14-year-old debt, then it's wrong. It's bad. Can't do it. But how do you know it's about a 14-year-old debt, not about something else? How do you know that? Because it doesn't say that it's 14-year-old debt when they do the inquiry. Rapier. Yes, they can, but that's how you pull Section 18 to remove it. Well, that's what I used. So you're saying that you're suggesting, and I like the concept, right? I don't think it's real yet, but I like it. I'll think it through. So Rapier, you're saying that because Credit Corp bought an ANZ debt and then listed it as a Credit Corp default, that you believe using Australian Consumer Law, Section 18 and 21 to remove it, that would work. And you're suggesting that that's actually what happened. Well, I'm interested in exploring that further. I don't know how it's worked because, again, I understand the Australian Consumer Law. I understand the Privacy Act. I understand what you're doing, but I don't understand the application and how it's actually worked. Privacy statement. So, yes, next comment tells me that it's got nothing to do with that at all because you're saying the privacy statement from the original creditor wasn't disclosed at the time of signing. I can't imagine that to be true because normally you sign the actual privacy statement itself. But again, if they can't evidence that they've done that, even if they did get you to sign it, if they don't have a copy and can't evidence it, then they can't evidence. So that works. I understand now, mate. So I don't think it was actually the fact that it was sold to a debt collector that got it removed. But the lack of the privacy statement up front means they can't put anything on your credit file. So it's not about the debt collector. It's about the fact they can't put anything on your credit file. So the inquiries, defaults, everything can be removed because anything flowing from their lack of compliance up front means nothing else can go on. So, but I like that. I'd like to talk to you offline, Rapier, if you're interested, because I like your way of thinking. And I'm always looking for staff, just saying. People with clever thinking are actually hard to find. So I started to think you're a bit of a bloody Fruit Loop. I apologise because I get a few of them on here. But you're actually making a lot of sense. So give me a call, mate. And tell me your Rapier 2389 when you call. Send me a private message first with your details. So if I don't hear from you, I can call you. Legend Mate, user 5608, Legend Mate, thanks for your help. I'll call yours later and get your help to remove. No worries, mate. Of course, you won't be talking to me directly, personally. You'll be talking to my team, but yes. Rapier, and I use them and APP5 to remove all listings on my file. So APP5, I have to remember what that is. Which one is APP5? I have to think about that. APP5. Notification of collection of personal information. Yep, spot on, mate. Absolutely spot on. And that's where Section 21C comes in as well. I'm big on Section 21C. They have an obligation to do so many things, and they just don't fucking do it. Where are we? Rapier, do you work in the industry? Because you got this shit pretty fucking well nailed, mate. Stay strapped or get slapped. Thumbs up, no worries. Jason McCormick, Graham, how many of the inquiries you field during your presentations become considerate clients? How many inquiries you field during presentations become considerate clients? Become clients? Not many. A lot of the people watching my videos can't afford me. Simple as that. And that's why I do them, because they just can't afford me. But we're looking for the few that can. We're looking for the few that aren't on the bones of their arse still. We're looking for the ones that are out of financial hardship now. We're looking for the ones that have good coin but no time to go and learn all this crap themselves. Because everything that Rapier is talking about, it's fucking clever. But it takes a lot of time to learn it and to piece it together. And see, there's nothing we do that you can't do yourself. Fuck, I'm not a lawyer, and I learned how to do it, and then I started a law firm. There's nothing you can't do yourself that we do for you. But for us, you're paying for the service, and you're paying for the clout, because we find that a lot of clients, when they do learn this stuff, the creditors bullshit them. The creditors say, "Oh, you got the wrong end of the stick. You know what you're talking about," and they ignore them and they treat them like shit. Whereas as a law firm, they can't do that to us. They can try, it doesn't work, because we've got methods and means to take it further much more easily than the average consumer does. But what Rapier is showing here is that he or she has got off their ass, done some fucking research, found ways to bring the legislation together. Like, there's parts that we use from the Corporations Act. There's parts we use from the Banking Act. There's parts we use from the National Consumer Credit Protection Act. There's a lot from the Privacy Act. We use determinations and decisions from AFCA. In the old days, a lot of those have also been inherited from the from the CIO and FOS that then became AFCA. They combined to become AFCA. We do use stuff from the TIO, decisions from the TIO. So we've got 15 years of experience bringing all this information together, and it means that that's why we can get so many defaults removed so quickly now, because we know where to look. We've got this storehouse of data and information about how to get stuff removed. But what Rapier is doing is fucking good. Stay strapped. Yes, I've kind of just left it, but I've been really stressed out about it. I appreciate your advice. My absolute pleasure. The worst part about that, mate, is if you do nothing about it, what they'll eventually do is issue you with a director's penalty notice, which then means you are personally liable, not just your business, which means they can bankrupt you, which means they can fuck up your businesses, and they can do all sorts of nasty shit. And some tax debts, if you don't action them quick enough, they can survive bankruptcy. Rapier, yes. User 5608, 14-year-old debt is all it can be. I've got a current credit cards, personal loans, always up to date with. Yeah, mate, it could be something completely different that you don't understand. Or it could be identity theft, so it may not be the 14-year-old debt. So even though that's the most likely logical thing, it could be any number of other things. So, Jay the Great, 2013. Hey mate, I have tolls, ATO, and a default for a ute. Should I go bankrupt? No idea. If you're thinking about bankruptcy, go and have a look at afsa.gov.au and probably go and seek out a financial counsellor, free financial counsellor. Because if you think about going bankrupt, you've probably got no fucking money at the moment. So, free financial counsellor will give you some good advice, hopefully. Probably one of the worst things you can do in a lot of cases is a Part 9 debt agreement. If you're going to do a Part 9 debt agreement, a lot of people are better off just going bankrupt. Again, don't know in your circumstances. So, hang on, someone's trying to ring me. No, I can't even do that. So, yeah. Bankruptcy. It's a big move, but it was good for me when I went bankrupt back in 2000. So get some advice and go and have a look at AFSA. There's so much information at afsa.gov.au, and it's really easy to read, and it's well set out, and it's helpful. Stay strapped. Follow. Thank you very much. Zach, hey mate. Zach, I do. Sorry mate, missed what the relevance to that is. Please tell me again. 5-star. What do you know about ATO reporting to credit reporting bureaus? Quite a bit. What would you like to know? I know what the legislation says. I know what their current actions are. Last time I looked on the website, it was pretty much over $100,000 in debt that you haven't been, you're not in a plan with, and you haven't been negotiating into a plan with for more than 3 months, and company debt. So that's what it was last time I looked. If it's changed, let me know. AMZ. My default was sold to Armour just recently. Oh, okay. Are you able to sort that? Willing to pay the debt? Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, we do that all the time. Armour, I didn't think they bought debts. I thought they only collected. George, are you here today? What do you call yourself now? I can't remember what you call yourself now. George, are you here? Because I didn't think Armour was a debt buyer. I thought they were a debt collector. But again, don't remember. But AMZ, please PM me all your details, or send, hang on, get rid of the AFSA one. Send your real name, come back here. Send your real name, send a text to that number now with your real name, your TikTok name, an explanation of what's going on, and your email address, and then my system will automatically send you an email, and then you can reply to that email with your credit files. If you don't have your credit files, we can help you get them, and we can book you the appointment and get this all sorted out for you. Rapier, lots of reading old law books. Yep. Corporations Act 2001 is in the definition for amounts. Okay. Rapier, I really would like to have a chat, mate. Court default remove as well. Yeah, most defaults shouldn't be on your credit report anymore. Most judgments, shouldn't be on your credit file anymore because the law changed on the 14th of February 2020. Rapier, for banks it has to be judicial noted that they normally course of business that the law of merchant. That doesn't make sense, mate. I think autocorrect fucked up there. Josh, what's your thoughts on SBR for small businesses that are struggling with ATO debt? SBR. What is SBR, Josh? AMZ, sorry, mate. Sorry, same shit. AMZ, sorry, same shit to me. Not sure what that means. Sorry, I missed the relevance of that one. But then AMZ says, okay, we'll do. Yeah, just got all 3 credit files. Perfect. Send them all through, mate. 5-star. I have to send 2 messages, 1 sec. Cool, no drama. Hillbilly Willie. Hello, Hillbilly Willie. Welcome back. My matter with Moisture has escalated to AFCA. What does that mean for me? That means probably that the creditor, that we've found a reason to remove the default or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, Hillbilly, sorry. Can't remember. It means that we've found a reason to remove it, told the creditor to remove it, and they said get fucked. So we're just going to AFCA to get them to enforce the information. Or it could be that they haven't provided some key information that we need, and we're trying to get AFCA to force them to provide the key information. I don't normally like AFCA. Kim got a Citibank default and late repayment history removed the other day. Today, I think. And it was with AFCA's help, but AFCA actually advised us not to do what we did. We did it anyway and got it removed. And this is why I don't necessarily like AFCA sometimes, because they've got their place, but in the grand scheme of things, they really are low-level consumer help. And that's unfair because some people at AFCA are fucking brilliant, others not so much. So it's really Hillbilly Willie. Again, sorry, I don't know. I can't look you up because I don't know your real name here now. I know we've spoken in the past, but I just don't remember, sorry. But if you're worried, just ask Kim. Just give Kim a ring tomorrow. Ask her the questions. She's fucking brilliant. She'll answer it for you. Famous Toldu? Famous. Don't know what it means. Invite the Rapier bloke onto the live. I want to hear what he has to say. Yeah, a bit hard to do that, but very scary to invite other people. Mind you, you've got a lot of followers, Rapier. You got enough followers to go live? Oh, just your average business owner and Twitch streamer. So you could probably fucking help me do a lot of shit regarding fucking streaming side of things, which I don't know jack shit about. Oh, hang on. Over there, Tracy Clark said, I want to clear my credit report. Happy to help, Tracy. I don't have the best credit and want to get a new car for work. Yep. How long does it take? Sorry, Tracy, I missed your comments because I was looking at TikTok. We're doing a dual live TikTok and YouTube. So how long does it take? It depends what it is. Our fastest ever default removal is 14 minutes from the time we sent the initial email to the creditor requesting documents until they came back and said they agree to remove the default. That's what we call our removal resolution. So Tracy, feel free to give me a call on 1300 667 218 or send an email to docs at mycralawyers.com.au. You on TikTok, don't send it to docs, send it to TikTok at mycralawyers. I know the fucking email came from. Tracy, we can help. Absolutely, it's what we do every single day. Tracy, yes, we can. We absolutely can, Tracy. So reach out. Ask me questions here. That's why I'm doing this. Two messages, 1 sec. Hillbilly Willie. Famous to do. Rob, My Australia Lawyers know what they are doing best in the business. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate that. Josh. And that's why I couldn't answer your phone, Rob. Phone call, because I'm on here. Josh, small business restructure. Okay. Similar to deed of company arrangement. Well, if it's a deed of company arrangement, of course, that's going to fuck your credit file. It's called a DOCA. But depending on how the small business restructure is done, it doesn't have to be a part of the Bankruptcy Act. A lot of restructuring can be done just through negotiation. So it depends, mate. Absolutely depends. In fact, a lot of the small business ATO debts can be significantly negotiated, but sometimes the cost outweighs the benefit because it can be expensive to do. Other times, we can get stuff done very, very cheaply. So, mate, yeah, it's worth having a conversation about. Rapper, AFCA is boneless and had a lot of dealings with them. Yeah. They can't, Rapier says they can't do much. They can do a lot, but they just don't. It's within their terms of reference to be able to do a lot, but they just don't, often. Shay Rose, 974. Have $15,000 debt with Panthera, but defaulted 5 years ago. Default 5 years old. Will it be removed automatically? The default will be removed automatically, but not the debt. And because it's $15,000, Panthera are likely to take you to court before the 6 year statute of limitations is up. However, it could already be up by now. Go back through and have a look at when the last repayment was made towards the debt, or the last time the debt was admitted in writing. And as long as there's no judgment that's already been entered, then once the statute of limitations is up, then you're normally pretty right, depending on where you live. Gabby, share, thank you very much. User 3804, ATO, Garnishy, pay at work. They can, yes. Yes, they can. Rappy, I do. Hang on, Rappy, what did you say? They can't do much. So I don't know what the I do is in response to, mate, because it's probably ages ago that I made a comment and you said I do. Dean shared, thank you very much. Dean shared, Mel. And paying for the headaches, don't be scared of pulling me in live. Mel. Now, Mel, because I know what Mel does, I would talk to Mel live. So, hang on, Mel, how many followers you got? You got plenty of followers as well. Mel, talk to me offline with an actual fucking phone number, Mel. And yes, let's organise. Hillbilly Willie, it's just an inquiry, so not too phased, but wasn't sure if it's positive or negative. Who's the creditor? Hillbilly, remind me who the creditor is, and I'll tell you whether it's easy or fucking hard. Shay Rose, 974, have $15,000 at Panthera. Yep, did that one. And again, Rapier, people would think I'm crackpot once I start explaining what I did. Well, mate, I suffer the same issues because I'm fucking passionate about what I do. I used to be nicer to sovereign citizens types, but I've become frustrated because none of them ever have evidence. You have evidence. You've actually read the legislation. So you're not one of those crackpots. You're probably as frustrated as fuck trying to run a business in this fucking country where the amount of red tape we have is just unfucking believable. I feel sorry for anybody that's got offshore workers right now in Australia because the legislation has made it fucking dangerous to do so. But Rappy, I'm seriously keen to have a conversation offline. Government gone wild. Oh, yes, okay. I can go live on my channel and have you both. I want to hear you and Rappy talk some tackle. Gov gone wild. Mate, reach out to me, PM me. We've spoken before. PM me and we'll have a conversation. Rappy, think outside the box. Absolutely have to. I think that was, yes, thank you. She Rose, follow, thank you very much. Eggbat 2024 explanation. I need legal help with online fraud through my super fund, and it seems the police are not smart to help. Could be the way the complaint was put together, but sometimes the police don't help as much as they should. Mate, Eggbat, reach out, mate. What you can do is call that number tomorrow. You can text the details tonight with your real name, your TikTok name, Eggbat, blah, blah, blah. And email address, all that sort of stuff, like I say to everybody. It won't be that sort of thing won't be handled through My Australia Lawyers. They'll do it through my other law firm, Armstrong, Dossel, Stevenson Lawyers. But, we'll just transfer it to the other firm when you call. Mate will help, but yeah. They're supposed to help you with online fraud. You're supposed to be able to file a police report and get a copy of the report, and that's the first step. Dylan Hamo, hi mate, what's the price to clear my credit? For you, mate, free, because I don't know what you need. However, if you want me to actually do something, it'll cost you some fucking money, but we don't know what that's going to be because our process is really simple. We need your Ilion and Equifax credit file. Send it through. We'll book you an appointment. The appointment will cost you $99. You'll have an appointment with Rod. He'll ask about what led up to whatever bad credit you've got, what you want to do, when you want to do it. So basically why you want your credit rating repaired. He'll then explain what needs to be removed, what doesn't need to be removed, what you can do yourself for free. And if you want our help, what our costs will be. And we'll give you a fixed fee written quote as to what our fees are. And if you decide to engage us, that's what it'll cost you. So Tracy, you've just heard all that as well. That's how we work out price over on YouTube. Then you can decide to go ahead. And most people do decide to go ahead while they're in the appointment with Rod because it's a Zoom appointment. He gets to show you. You get to ask as many questions as you like. It's a fucking good system. Rappy, enough followers to have live. You have indeed, mate. JT Tomo, what's the debt statute of limitations in South Australia? I believe it's 6 years in South Australia. You'd have to look it up. I believe it's 6 years in South Australia. Eggbat, I have 48,000 followers on my account. Fair income. What the fuck do you do? No, you got 79. Lex in a loop. You got 79. Hillbilly Willie, CBA step pay. Okay. CBA are a pain in the arse, so it's probably what we've probably gone to AFCA about in yours, Hillbilly, is because CBA haven't just simply haven't provided the information they're legally required to provide because they think they're above the law, the fucking fuckers. Carly, travel content creator. Tell me about it. Which bit, Carly? Tell me which bit. And I'm jealous of you if you're a content creator in travel. Fuck, I probably watched your videos, Carly. I fucking watched so many travel videos. Been to Vietnam? I love Vietnam. Fuck, I'd love to make more videos about Vietnam. So Carly, hang on, looking at your thingy. So Carly, tell me about purveyor of all things awe-inspiring. Fuck, that's fantastic. I'm jealous as shit. So Carly, reach out. Hang on, where are we? Rapier. So that's why you set up a foreign company that bills your company for services. No, unfortunately, that's all changing too now, mate. Fuck, it's getting hard to run a business. But, again, depends on the industry. But I'd love to have a chat. D-Train, how do females go in regard to breaking final court order breaches? In family court. Same as males, mate. If you break it, you're in trouble. Dylan, that sounds awesome, mate. Kidoke. Yep, mate, happy to help. So feel free to reach out. Tracy, Tracy over on YouTube, did you hear my comment before about how we work out pricing and stuff and how long it'll take? And yes, we can help you with it and blah, blah, blah. Where are we here? Rapier, easy for CBA. It's easy for CBA to fix it, but not easy for them. Sometimes not easy for them to get off their ass and actually do what they're supposed to do. Carly Travel, owning the company bit. Yeah, a labour hire company in Karratha. Oh, you're a long way away. So did you see the legislation's just changed about labour hire? And it's all part of the whole fucking... the Fair Work Act has just changed, and it's going to fuck the entire country if we're not careful. Hillbilly Willie. Their email back that I've read coming back seems quite aggressive. It's not uncommon for them to be aggressive. But if you Mel, you're off for dinner. See you next time. I'll send you what I need to do. Yes, please do, Mel. Please do. And yes, I'll have a chat. Hillbilly, it's not unusual for CBA to be aggressive, but it's unusual for us to go to AFCA. In the grand scheme of things, not many of our files go to AFCA. So if it's Kimmy that's looking after your file, then she'll have a good reason. And guys, thanks for doing the tappy, tappy, tap, tap on the screen. I really appreciate it. 24,000 likes so far. I'm only here for another 21 minutes. I'm going home for dinner myself. Mel's already fucked off for dinner. Rapier, that's why you contract the trustee for the CBA. Contract such a for the SPV that your application was sold to. Okay. Now this is where I think you're going off course, but maybe I'm the one that doesn't understand. So Rapier, you've obviously made some good inroads. So that's why I want to actually have a conversation with you. D-Train, followed, thank you very much. D-Train, thanks mate, my pleasure. Rapier, I'll explain on the phone. Please do, mate. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting the numbers have been down tonight. We're sitting around 38 viewers at the moment, and we normally have a lot more than that. So maybe I did piss off Mr. TikTok again. Haven't got many viewers over on YouTube, but that's to be expected since I only just started doing YouTube live streaming. Of the 38 viewers I've got at the moment, does anyone... where are we? Rapier, you do. Yeah, you do. You're a gamer, aren't you? Twitch streamer. I'd love to have some conversation with you people as well that know more about the whole streaming thing and how it all works. Because clearly, I get on here because I have a lot of fun. Clearly, I'm not so worried about all the rules because I swear like a fucking trooper. And apparently, some people say that TikTok doesn't like that, but I do click the 18 plus button. So yeah, I'd love to learn more. Blair Armani, follow, thank you very much. Hillbilly Willie. I got notification that you went live. Oh, excellent. Normally don't get notifications at the moment. Carly, I Oh, you're on the Gold Coast and you run it remotely. We don't do POA to contractors. All workers are employees, but the tax, yeah. I'll wait for you, yeah, but the tax. So, Carly, you're close. I'm only in north side of Brizzy. So, let's have a conversation, and then you can make me feel as jealous as shit about your content that you do too. Rapier, yes, I do gaming and live streaming on Telegram around laws. Ooh, very good. I've got I don't know, you could live stream on Telegram actually. I'm a little bit retarded in that respect. I've got a Rumble account, which must be because I'm not paying for Streamlabs. I can only stream to one thing at a time. I might have to start paying for it. Yes, but mate, I'd love to learn more about your streaming too, because maybe I can add value to your channel, and then you can shoot me down in flames if I get something wrong. Netty New, I got a notification as well. Excellent, because someone was saying last week that notifications weren't coming, that I was doing live. Johnny Boy Show followed the live crowd. Thank you very much. Tim Ladd, is being a lawyer anything like Netflix series Suits? I fucking wish. I'm not a lawyer. See that right top says I'm not a lawyer. I own the law firms, but not a lawyer. It definitely doesn't make as much money as Suits makes it look like. But I'm looking for a Donna from Suits. I'm looking for a 2IC, even better than Donna. Or if you've watched Billions, I'm looking for a Wags to, Bobby Axelrod. I need some help in running my business. And what I need is somebody to help me implement. See, I come up with some fucking good ideas, but I don't have enough time to implement all those good ideas. So I need somebody that I can give an idea to and say, fucking just make it happen. And they'll have my CEO authority to get things done. But I need that. I need someone to help me out. Carly, I probably will. This info is great. Thanks for putting it out there. My pleasure, Carly. Please do give me a call. Not tomorrow morning, because I'm looking at another law firm tomorrow morning. But again, if you call us and leave a message and say that, just tell reception that I've actually asked you to call, and then I'll get through to the message. But PM me, directly PM me first, so I've got your details. It might be easier for me to call you later on. Brendan, shared, thank you very much. Hillbilly Willie, I'm off for dinner. See you all on the next live. Indeed, mate, that'll be tomorrow night at 4:30 Queensland time, and then on Thursday at 3:30 Queensland time for the next one after that. Rapier, CBA credit card and home loans are sold to Medallion Series Trust, which is a breach of APP5. Do you know they're sold to the trust, or do you suspect they're sold to the trust? If you know, how do you know? I'm all about evidence, and you're one of the few that looks like you've actually done your homework. T Darcy 25, follow them very much. Rapier, you a service called Restream that lets you stream to all services, even TikTok. I think I don't know why I'm using Streamlabs at the moment. I think I looked at Restream at one stage. But when I finally decided to stream it to YouTube last week, the only thing I opened was Streamlabs. But Restream, hey? Give me a sec. I'll screenshot that so I remember. Oh, fuck's sake. Cancel that. Okay, where are we here? Capture. Okay. Yeah, I've got to learn more about this. Carly says, Tim Lads, no, I'm a lawyer. Can confirm, not at all. Thanks, Carly. Yes, no, it's not the fancy pants dream show that it looks like on TV. There are some elements that are real, but not many. And it makes it actually hard for lawyers finishing their degree, because they think they can come out of law school and get on $7 gazillion a year. But what they don't realise is everything they've been taught in law school is theoretical, very little of it's practical, which means they come out and they get swamped. They have no fucking idea what they're doing. Wilson's Wild World, are you the person I see to get my inquiries wiped? Not me personally, but my company, yes. Rapier used Restream. Yeah, I copied that one. Thanks, mate. I will. I'm going to look it up as soon as I finish in 14 minutes. Les Cotton 6. So much awesome info in your videos. Great to see a down-to-earth bloke explain this stuff. Thanks, Cotton. Les Cotton, probably. Not Les Cotton. Les Cotton. Thanks, Les. Yeah, mate. And if you put really good comments in, sometimes remember to actually do a video of the comments or questions, and then it goes out to everybody. So thank you very much. Rapier, follow, thank you very much. Les Cotton, follow, thank you very much. Rapier, it took me a long time to earn your fucking follow. I'm glad I got there in the end, mate. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. When I say mate, you could be a bloke, you could be a chick. I don't know. So please don't be offended if you don't like being called mate. Tim Ladd, when recruiting, what's the most important characteristic you look for? Fit. Culture. They've got to be a good cultural fit. Like, let's use Carly as an example, right? Carly's a lawyer. She may not be practicing law, but she's a lawyer, so she's got legal training. So on the face of it, she's got the sort of qualities we look for somebody to work in our firm, either as a paralegal, a lawyer, or something else. And Carly seems to have a really nice attitude and friendly and stuff, which is good. But if Carly was an absolute bitch from hell, even though she might have the best qualifications on the planet, we would only employ Carly if she had a good cultural fit. Because think about this, guys. When you're at work, you spend more time with your colleagues every week than you actually probably spend more waking hours with your colleagues at work than you do with your life partners. So if you don't get on with them, or if you've got that cancerous person in the office, they do so much damage to the overall cultural fit. So in the past, I've made the mistakes of hiring people for their skill rather than their humanity. And at long last, a few years now, I don't do that anymore. So you might need the skill to get a look in, but if you don't meet the cultural requirements, if you're not going to be the right team member to fit in with how we do things, not a hope in hell. So that's probably the most important characteristic, Tim. Josh, you need to use AI in your business, already do. We used sales bots to qualify hot leads 24/7 into appointments. Then Josh, reach out, show me your sales bots, mate. I already use AI, but not to that extent, because our qualification process is more interesting. But Josh, hey, I'm not sure, I can't remember where you said you're working, but reach out, mate, because I'd love to hear your opinions on some things since you guys already use them. Rapier, switch to OBS Studio. I think I tried OBS Studio at first, actually. So is Restream better or OBS Studio, or is OBS Studio run through Restream, Rapier? Then use API key to Restream and OBS Studio. I can't get my API key. I can't get my streaming key for TikTok because the mob I went through to get my streaming key said I have to do 15 hours of live a week, whereas I believe TikTok says you only have to do 15 hours a month. So, yeah. Jess says, is $5.99 a bad credit? Yeah, a little bit. Depends on whether that's Equifax, Ilion, or Experian, but really not where you need to be to get a home loan. Denisa Slanora. I fucked that up. Sorry, Denisa. And it's probably not even Denisa. I fucked that up too. Sorry. Hi, Graham. I hope you're well. Do you know much about debt collectors from toll I've been paying? Yes, I do. You have to pay your tolls. But you can normally get all the fees and charges waived, but you still have to pay the original toll. Streamlabs use too much system resource. Well, mate, I bought a new computer because even when I first started, TikTok Live Studio, I was using so much my computer was crashing, but it wasn't designed for streaming. So the box I've got there now has a fucking kick-ass video card in it. Can't remember the number, but it's one of the big ones. And I've only got 64 gig of RAM in at the moment, but I've got it so I could up it to 128. And I'm currently streaming on 2 separate streaming tools right now at the same time live. And even with that, where does it say? My CPU usage is only 1.1% on Live Studio. And I don't know if it says on the other one. Probably does somewhere. I don't know how to use it on Streamlabs. But yeah, I haven't got a resource problem anymore, thankfully. It works really well. Denisa, however, they still keep reaching out to me. Yep. Do I have any advice? You have to pay your tolls, unfortunately. As I said, you can normally get the late fees and charges waived, but you have to pay the toll. And the best way to organise all that is just go into a plan either with the toll company direct or with a debt collector. And if you need a hand, reach out and we'll see if we can help you. The best thing to do is to not get behind in the first place. Not always. It's always that's easier said than done sometimes, but that's the advice. Tim Ladd says that Denise Lenora. I fucked that up again too. Jess did that one. Rapier, I'll DM you my number in case you want to call for a chat. Indeed, I do, mate. I won't be tomorrow morning. Tell me where you're from too, Rapier, because you know you could be in WA, and if I call you at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning because I have to be in the car by 8, you might not like that. Thoughts on what is happening overseas? Don't know. You have to be a little bit more specific than that, Zach. Denisa, Tim Ladd, very frustrating, honestly. That's okay. Haha, no probs. Rapier, Restream, just a service that will broadcast you to all services. OBS is like Streamlabs, yep, but uses less streams or systems. Yeah, if you use Restream, you'll be able to see all the chat from all sources. Okay, that's good. Rapier, Restreams. Okay, did that one? Where are you? Denisa, would there be room? Sorry, would there be a reason to why they always reach out when you pay? Just to get you to pay more, I imagine. Denise says, always pay, however, they still reach out saying to pay, which is confusing. Yeah, depends on who the debt collectors are and which toll company you're with. Some will be better at it than others, but I can give you some more directed info perhaps if you DM me or PM me or whatever it is on this particular channel. But yeah, I'll do what I can to help. Rapier, if you want to share accounts, documents, etc. Oh, okay, good. So that was just part of the last comment. I just made sense now. Denise, sorry for the confusion. No, don't worry about confusion. Rapier, Queensland near Brisbane. I'm on the north side of Brisbane, Rapier, so we're close too. I'm at Strathpine. Whereabouts are you? Corey, follow, thank you very much. Carly, not practicing, love the autonomy, RE my time. Yeah, I can imagine. Running a company has its own challenges too, though. It bloody does, doesn't it? I'm actually looking at another law firm tomorrow, Carly. That's why I'm out of the office tomorrow, taking on another firm. So that'll be interesting. I look at law firms as the business of law, which is why I don't practice personally, and I'm not one of the lawyers. Jem, follow, thank you very much. Smasher2, hi, g'day, mate. Denisa, I appreciate it so much. We'll reach out. My pleasure, happy to help. Carly, like everything in life, you'll always have challenges. Just choose the kind of challenges you want. Yes, I have someone who did the dirty on me just recently, and I could take them to court. I could fuck them up so badly. But I was only saying to one of the lawyers today that the amount of time and effort it would take to actually get the win I know I'd get is such that if I spend that same time, effort, energy and money to build the business rather than chase a lost dog, then I like to make a lot more money by doing that. The person who did the wrong thinks they've got to win, and they have in the short term. But karma has a way of biting you back in the fucking ass. So karma will sort them out themselves. I'll take no action. Doesn't mean I'll take no action on everybody. Depends what it is. I'll take no action, and I'll just move on. They'll never get anything out of me ever again, but that's how life works. Wolverines, only contact I have with her is Snapchat. Wolverines, that's the first comment I've seen from you for ages, mate. So you got filtered. I don't know what that's in relation to. Mojo, you got. Okay. Smasher2, I need someone to tell me to get my credit running back. I need someone to tell me to get my credit running back on track. Okay. Smasher2, get your credit running back on track. Told you. There you go. Rapier, southwest side. You over the river. Fuck, I've got to go over the river tomorrow. I'm going to get my shots tonight just to cross that fucking river. T. Darcy, I went bankrupt in 2010, released in 2013, and couldn't get a $5,000 loan 6 months ago from the bank. Well, see, it's not about just your bankruptcy, T. Darcy. It could be your income. It could be your credit file. It could be any number of things. So first thing I'd probably suggest do is go and get a copy of your credit rating, Equifax, Illion and Experian. Get a copy of all three, have a look at them, see if there's anything on there in case there's something you've missed. In case you weren't actually released from bankruptcy. There are people who've been bankrupt for over 10 years because they forgot to file the right paperwork. Mojo, you were struck off, aren't you? No, I've never been a lawyer. I've never got my law degree. I'm a current law student, but I've never been a lawyer. Rappy, Ipswich. I used to live in Basin Pocket 150 years ago. Had a house there. No, mate, I won't hold it against you, but as long as you don't hold it against me that I used to live in Basin Pocket. And if you're a real Ipswichian, you'll know where that is. Art Venturer, you guys still going? No, we finished half an hour ago when you went to get dinner. Finishing in 3 minutes, Art Venturer. Carly followed the live creator. Thank you, Carly. Appreciate that. So we are finishing in 3 minutes. So if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. And my YouTube, if anyone knows how to make YouTube streams better too, please tell me. Love to hear it. Jenny, do you have any videos I can watch about family trust? Family trusts? Not yet, actually. So let me just screenshot that so I can talk to John tomorrow, because I know about family trust. I've had family trust myself for a long time. But before I do a video on it, on the other channel, it'll be on the other channel, Jenny. It'll be on Armstrong, Dossel, Stevenson Lawyers. Let me just pop that up on screen for a moment for you. Where are we? ADS. Is that this one? No, that's that. Where's the fucking one about ADS? That's the ADS phone number. What's that one say? Score impact. That's that one. That's that one. I can't find it. Credit reporting bodies. Nope. Australian map. Nope. Q&A. Nope. Gift goals. Oh, here we are, right down the bottom. So, the other channel. Oh, hang on. No, here it is. Follow ADS. Oh no, that's got the wrong thing on it. So the other channel is called tiktok.com/@adslaw.com.au. I can probably just put that in comments, can't I? At adslaw.com.au. So that channel is the one I go live on tomorrow night at 4:30 Queensland time. And did I take a screenshot of that now? Or did I fucking forget? Yes, I took a screenshot. So I'll talk to John and see if we can do up a video about God, fuck off. About family trusts. But Jenny, why do you want to know? What is it you want to know about family trusts? Because there's such a lot of information we could put in, but I have ADHD and autism, right? On the spectrum, whatever they fucking call it. So what it means is I get too detail focused. But tell me the sort of stuff you want to know, and I'll see if I can do something up specifically for you. RNBFX. Hey, brother. Have been discharged from my bankruptcy for about 3 years, but I still can't get any credit. Well, mate, it's potentially about one, what your credit score is. So get a copy of your Equifax, Illion and Experian. Number two, how much income you've got, how stable you are, what you do for a living, where you live, all of that stuff. It's your overall borrower profile. So there could be something else that you haven't looked at, or they might be saying you can't afford the loan because, cost of living these days is so fucking high. So there's a lot more to it, mate. Probably one of the things you could do is, and it could be you've got too many fucking credit inquiries. Just credit inquiries alone can fuck you up. Brody, how do small loans impact your credit file, even if you pay them back fine? So it depends. If there's small amount loans, like from payday lenders like Zip Pay, credit, cash converters, things like that, your credit's fucked, completely fucked, even if you pay it back on time. They'll lend you money, but most traditional lenders that at reasonable interest rates won't. So that's how it impacts it. Rapier, I lock my credit down and still manage to access I locked my credit down and still managed to access to credit. Well, you can only keep them on a ban only staging credit file for a short period of time, and that comes off anyway. So, hey, Rule, follow, thank you very much. Rapier, as in I put a ban on my credit file. Yep, but it comes off straight away anyway. Oh, sorry, 21 days, I think, for a ban, from memory. Jenny, I'm working tomorrow night. I can't watch a video, but I can on Saturday. No, they're not automatically republished. So, yeah. So we have to edit the bastards and put them up as shorts and stuff like that. So, Jenny, tell me exactly what you want to know about the family trust, why you want to know it, and I'll see if I can do something up. Wolverines, Rapier, and you think that would stop them? Well, actually it does, Wolverines, because if you've got a ban on your credit file, no one can actually see it. They can't get a copy. Rapier, I extend. Okay, yep. Nigel T, what are your fees and costs to remove defaults? Let me give you the normal explanation there, Nigel T. I can't tell you our normal fees and charges because it's all dependent on your specific circumstances. So what we do is we get you to send the Illion and Equifax credit file to us, send your name, your email address, your TikTok name, so Nigel T, and your real name, whatever that is, to that phone number tonight, SMS it. If you send your email address, then my system will automatically send you an email back saying welcome, and then you can reply to that email with your Illion and Equifax credit file. Then my team will reach out to you tomorrow. We'll make sure we get all your details, update everything, find out all your reasons and everything else. We'll book you an appointment to speak to Rod. That appointment will cost you $99 up front. Rod will ask you what led up to whatever sort of bad credit you've got. He'll ask you what your goals are and when you want to do something, why you want to do something. And from that information, the combination of what happened and what you want to do, he'll be able to say, okay, well, in your particular circumstances, you don't need to remove that. You do need to remove that. This you can remove yourself. And if you want our help, here's a full written quote with what our fees are, fixed fee fees are. And then you get to choose. Yes, most people do decide to go ahead with the quote while they're on the telephone, because that way we can get started straight away. Most people that talk to us have a sense of urgency. If you don't meet our minimum criteria, you won't even get you won't qualify, you won't get an appointment. So then you don't have to worry about paying $99 because you won't even qualify to get one. And then, then we can fix your credit. Or you can say, too fucking expensive, or, geez, that's cheap, I want to do it 3 times. Jenny, follow, thank you very much. Wolverines, I learn something new every day. Thanks, Wolverines. Rapier, it'll stop creditor from accessing and listing, but you need to understand your rights. Your right access credit. Rapier, from a society point of view, to discriminate against you, your right to be included in society. Okay, that's starting to get a bit off course there. But anyway, again, you can educate me, Rapier. Make something. You'll only get an appointment if they can make money. Lawyers are just messengers. Oh, fuck off. You just got banned because you're a fucking idiot. I don't need your shit. There you go. Done. Blocked. I don't need that shit. Comes to my channel and says that. Fuck me. So, 5-star. Is there any long-lasting effect after an ATO reported debt is withdrawn? No, I wouldn't think so. Can't think of any. Smoking Joe. Hey, legend. Why would Illion score be 778 but Equifax is 598 with exactly the same info? Probably because it's not the same info. Normally, if it was exactly the same info, your Equifax would be higher than your Illion. So, mate, what I suggest is download the PDF, your Equifax and Illion, print them out on good old-fashioned paper, and put them side by side and go through them line by line looking for the same defaults. Marking off, once you've found it on your Illion and on your Equifax, once you've found the same thing on both, tick them both, right? So you know. And then when you get to the end, you'll find something that hasn't been ticked on one of them, and that'll be the difference. And it's probably something extra on your Equifax that's not on your Illion. Wolverine says, another one bites the dust. Yeah, fuck. See, I get told by so many people that I put up with this shit for too long and just, answer their silly fucking questions. But that guy, he can just go and fuck himself. Hang on, was that an instant automatic something? Get naughty? Hey, it's 6:35. I should have fucked off 5 minutes ago. Rapier, I know it's borderline sovereign citizen crap, but the doctrines around it and law books on it. Well, that's what I like about you, mate. And this is the thing that 99.999% of sovereign citizens don't fucking get. You show me the evidence, I'll jump on board, fucking both feet in. But most of them have never done any actual reading. They watch a few videos on TikTok or on fucking YouTube or Rumble or somewhere else and think, oh, that sounds good. I think I will believe that without doing any fact checking. And they're fucking moronic. But clearly you've done some fucking research. So I've always wanted a lot of the concepts that the sovereign citizens follow to be true. A lot of them are complete bullshit. But some of them have a good basis, and I just need to know where people are coming from so I can do some more research. Hamish says, how long does it take to be a barrister? Do your law degree, and in some states you can file on as a barrister or a solicitor. Like Queensland, you're one or the other. Other states you can be a barrister and a solicitor. So your law degree, basically. 5-star, do things like Afterpay affect your credit score? They most definitely can. Afterpay changed their rules around April this year. So if you now have an increase in your Afterpay limit or go for a 4,000 plus credit limit, then they are likely to do a credit check on you and record that as an inquiry. Obviously, if you don't pay, then they can default you as well, but that's normal. Cody, my Illinois Experience score is a 750. My Equifax is 200. That means there's something on your Equifax. Like I was just saying a minute ago to 2222 Smoke and Joe, print them out, get copies, download them as PDFs, print them out, and look at them side by side. Because it's not until you can actually compare that you notice the differences, and then you can find what's wrong, and then you can come to me and say, Graham, I have an unlimited budget. Please take my money and fix my shit. And I'll say, sorry, we've actually got fees that we're not going to increase it just because you're a multi-gazillionaire. We're just going to charge you the same as we charge poor people because it's how we do it. We don't charge poor people because they can't afford us. Smoking Jay says, thanks, Graham, doing God's work. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. 5-star says, so what kind of effects would increase your maximum limit have? What kind of effects would increasing your maximum limit have? Sorry, I had to try and catch up what you're asking. So with Afterpay, it'll mean there's an inquiry put in your credit file, and that lowers your score, and that can then reduce your chances of getting other finance and mortgages and stuff. Cody says, copy that. Cheers, mate. My pleasure. Brody, I'll just work hard for what I want. We always do, mate. I'm trying to see your previous comment to make it make sense to what you're talking about. What did you say, Cody? I've lost your previous comment, Cody. No, Brody. Sorry, Brody. I can't find it. I know you... Oh, sorry, mate. I don't know what it was. Yeah. So, Brody, I can't remember what you're talking about, but... Sorry, I can't find the previous one. Yeah, 5-star for Afterpay. Yep. Tim Ladd, do you believe anybody for crime deserves proper representation? We have a criminal law division, and I believe everybody deserves the right to have representation. I don't like a lot of the crimes that happen. That's not my judgment call. We don't judge people because we haven't walked 100 miles in their shoes. That being said, you know, anybody can come up with the really grotesque things that some people do. We don't have to take on a client if we don't like. We just don't have to take on a client, but we don't judge. Because I firmly believe that everybody deserves the same representation. So yeah, that's how I think about it. Rapier. But if you didn't ask for the increase, then one to argue that it was unconscionable to list it. You probably could actually, but again, you got to read the original terms and conditions, because if it says they have the right, you sign up with them, they have the right to continually increase your score, then you accepted it when you first took it on. So again, it all comes back to the original agreement. Norman 60, I got Amex on my file that's been paid. How do I get that removed? I've asked them to remove it, but they won't. Well, again, you can come to us. Amex are a pain in the ass. We do get Amex removed, but they are one of the most difficult defaults to remove. Smoke and Joe, super curious to understand how the 1 and 2 comprehensive systems work. I've heard banks see 1 and 2. Different lenders use the different scoring systems. So what is it? One score? I think one score is a lower score than your normal traditional comprehensive score. And we actually had a case into AFCA, and we nearly had it fucking won. We had Equifax over the coals, and the client pulled out. And I thought, for fuck's sake, we could have fucking done so much good, but we're not allowed to do it on our own. We need a client, and the client pulled out. It wasn't even costing anything. It was a fixed fee. The client pulled out. Brody, follow the much. Tim Lade, follow the much. Stone Cold Steve Miller, what is it? Just joined. Okay, guys, I'm going to fuck off because it's 6:42 and I was supposed to fuck off 12 minutes ago. But I've been enjoying answering the comments, so I've had fun. See you guys tomorrow, 4:30 on the other channel, the @adslaw.com.au. I'll put that in there for you because if you haven't done it yet, jump over and follow that channel so you get notificationed. Smoking Joe says, cheers, legend. My pleasure. Thank you very much. Wolverine's right. Good night. Thanks, mate. Freeman, follow. Thank you very much. So you jump over and follow the other channel, the adslaw.com.au channel. We tackle a lot more meaty legal matters over there. A lot of them I can't answer because I just don't fucking know. But I take screenshots and I go and ask John. And John wrote me out. Oh, shit. I haven't got it here, actually. John wrote me out answers, fucking shitloads of really good answers to a lot of the questions that were asked last week. But I haven't made the videos yet because I've been so fucking busy. But yeah, it's in my list of things to do to answer all these questions you ask. Absolutely brilliant questions. So guys, on that point, time for me to go home. Have a great night. Thank you for your contribution tonight. Thank you for... Oh, I missed a heap of... Meg56 sent me a rose. Meg56 sent me another rose. We've got 5 diamonds, 25,000 new likes, and 26 new followers tonight. So I've had fun. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow and then on Thursday at 3:30. Have a good night. Hooroo. Oh, I'm still live on YouTube. Apparently you got to turn both off at the same time. So let me just go and turn off the YouTube one. Click that, click that. Anyone still watching on YouTube? We've got 2 viewers. Who's still watching? Tell me now or I will turn you off. I'm going to turn you off anyway, but I can't find the off button. Where's the off button for Streamlabs? It's only the second time I've ever used it. I can't find it. Where's the off button? This could be a challenge. I could leave tonight and just leave the fucking thing streaming all night. That'd be a little weird, wouldn't it? It would probably do weird shit to me. Who's still watching? Does it tell me? Can I click on it? No. Viewers are hidden. No, viewers are not hidden. Tracy, are you still there? You asked questions before? No, no one's here. It's all pretend. Maybe it's me. I don't think I've got any windows open. Anyway, time for me to fuck off now. So I'm going to do the fucky off thing from YouTube. Thank you. I'll be back tomorrow. Ooh, I can't do ADS Law on this one. I'll be back tomorrow anyway for ADS Law, probably just on the TikTok channel. So let me just put in here. Wonder if this will upset YouTube. HTTPS tiktok.com/@mycralawyers and it says Graham Dossel. It should say what's the name of this channel? Fix My Bad Credit. That's right. And how do I do that again? HTTPS tiktok.com/@adslaw.com.au. There we go. But there's no one watching anyhow. All the viewers are all fucked off. There were 2 viewers and they fucked off.